you're watching the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post with me, Chaiti Narula, and as usual, we've got you racing action from all over the world, including India as well. Let's start off first with Singapore. Now, race number 3 on August 31 was a race to remember. It was run over 1400 meters, and this included an extremely competitive field. Let's see how this race panned out. Race number 6 on August 31 at the Singapore Turf Club at Kranji was the Class 3 over 1400 meters. The extremely competitive field, including the favourite Goodpack, who was to be ridden by Joe Moreira. Trained by Leslie Koo, Goodpack had an impressive record of 2 victories and 2 second-place finishes in all of his 4 starts in Singapore so far. His main threat seemed to be the Brian Dean trained Machine with Alan Munro in the saddle. Machine had won his only start in Singapore over the course and distance, but was available at long odds despite his performance, as was Latikia Dragon's charge, King Empire. King Empire, who had the 3-kilo claimer Rihazat on board, had won 3 starts ago on a soft track, and the conditions would suit him here again. Running Tall from Patchaw's stable had run 3 seconds in a row with Borster in the saddle, wasn't too far away from his next victory. With support for a number of other runners, it was Steve Burridge's charge, Benji's Empire, who darted to the lead once they were set away.
Singapore. Yeah, they're racing. Benji's Empire away very quickly. So too Goodpack. He began really smartly. Machine right there as well with King Empire. Machine is finishing on. Then came Running Tall into the stretch. White Coffee the fence. And King Empire down the outside below the 300er. Benji's Empire in front. Machine looms up with Goodpack. Running Tall runs on strongly. King Empire out wider. Machine goes to the front. Goodpack tries to finish with him. Down the outside, King Empire and also Running Tall. Machine's in front. Goodpack trying to come back. King Empire flies. Machine, King Empire. I think King Empire might have bloused out Machine. Goodpack close up, followed by Running Tall, then Benji's Empire.
King Empire dashed home late to deny Machine the victory on the post. Goodpack was third and Running Tall fourth. King Empire won his second race at Kranji from just 5 starts.
Leticia, take us through the race. Take us through what your expectations were going into this one.
Well, I thought he's worked up well to the race. He did a couple of nice gallops into the race, and he looked in good condition. I was happy with him.
Any specific targets now for him? He certainly seems to be, coming on.
Nothing specific at the moment. We'll see how he pulls up, and from there we'll see how it goes.
Well, on a personal note, obviously it was extremely exciting when Machine ran over in Singapore. With about 100 meters to go, I more or less turned around to my partner to say, hey, I think we've won. And then from the corner of my eye, I saw the winner streaking home. But I guess that happens. That's all part of racing. But a good start. Machine will then next go on to run a mile. He's by Zabil, so he's bred to stay, and he's targeted to the Singapore Gold Cup. It's long, tall ask for him, but he's more than capable. He's a lovely horse.
That was Miazin, partnered by Alan Munro, proving his medal right there on the winning post at Kranji. Staying with Kranji, the Group 3 Woodlands handicap run over 1200 meters was a feature race on August 19's race card at Kranji. Let's take a look at how this race panned out.
The Group 3 Woodlands handicap over 1200 meters was the feature event on the 19th of August and attracted a field of 9 into the parade ring. To be run on the Polo track, the race had the trappings of a 2-horse race between Yinzin and Mr. Big. Yinzin from Theo Keys' yard had won his last start, beating Mr. Big by half a length over this course and distance. On that occasion, however, he received 2 kilos from Mr. Big, while on this he was giving 1 kilo. He was joined by Moreira in the saddle, and despite this weight disadvantage, he was the joint favourite with Mr. Big at start time. Mr. Big from Michael Friedman's yard had Basta on board, and his second behind Yinzin last time out was on reappearance after a period of 2.5 months. Likely to find improvement from that effort and equally likely to take advantage of the weight pull, Mr. Big looks set to return to the winner's circle here. The field also included the talented Speedy Cat from HW Tarn stable, and with either a victory or a second from all his starts in Singapore, could never be left out from the mix. Speedy Cat would be joined by Santana in the saddle, and with the innermost barrier was content to take a position behind the leaders once the starter set them away.
The Woodlands and Enzing absolutely burst out of the gates to go straight to the front over Mr. Big to second. Raffica being ridden on the outside. Speedy Cat just in behind them, and Joe's going to hand up by the looks here on Enzing. A narrow leader over Enzing coming on the inside. Won't Stop was next of all from Raffica. Speedy Cat down the outer. Mr. Big about a neck in front over Enzing trying to get there. Mr. Big holding the advantage over Enzing. He goes quite well inside the final 150. Speedy Cat is down the outside, but Mr. Big's in front over Yinzin. Finishing on down the outside, Speedy Cat, but Mr. Big too good for them. Mr. Big takes it out. Speedy Cat gets up for second.
He's been terrific. I was just looking at his form this morning, and he hasn't finished outside the top 3 in, I think, 16 starts now. So he's been a fantastic little horse. Hopefully we can keep going for a bit longer, because you know, he's right up there with the good sprinters, and you know, with a bit of luck, I'd love to maybe try and take him to Hong Kong later in the year and represent Singapore over there.
He began okay today, and I ended up outside Yinzin, and he travelled really nice, and Yinzin took the sit behind me, and I got attacked by a couple outside me, but he always travelled well. Coming around the turn, Yinzin came at me, but he went to the line. He was too strong. You know, he's got a big heart, the little horse.
Mr. Big made Yinzin carry the extra weight with a dominant strategy out of the gates. With this victory, Mr. Big won his 8th race and his 4th group race in Singapore. Mr. Big is a son of elusive quality and has taken his earnings to over $1 million Singapore dollars. Speedy Cat got up late to finish second and looks to be one to follow in the future, as is the case with Better Be the One, who was running after a period of 3 months.
Well, that's all the racing action from the international racing front. Stay with us. We will fly straight to Bangalore after this quick little break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're still with me on the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. I'm Chaiti Narula. And this weekend's Get to Know Your Racing Pro, we've got you a trainer from Bangalore. So now let's take a flight straight to Bangalore and feature trainer Sharat Kumar, who is known to work wonders when it comes to his horses. So on this weekend's Get to Know Your Racing Pro, we've got you trainer Sharat Kumar, and this is his story.
Hi, I am Sharat Kumar, trainer, and this is my story.
Trainer Sharat Kumar, who started his career in 2004, emerged champion trainer at the conclusion of Bangalore winter season 2012 with a haul of 36 winners. This was his first professional championship in Bangalore, and considering his short tenure, he now emerges in the bigger league. One of Sharat's amazing achievements is the success with his horse, Smile All the Way, who began in the lowest class and not only won 5 races but also won the title Horse of the Season. Sharat had the most rewarding day of his career when he saddled 5 winners, including Magnitude Star, who won the 1600 meters Ashwapriya Cup, a race for horses rated 80 and above. Sharat started his career in 2004 from Mysore and came to Bangalore in 2007.
Started my career in 2004 in Mysore and came to Bangalore in 2007. The horse called Lionheart brought me to Bangalore, and from there my success of the story started. I started my career with the riding club called Bari, Bangalore Amateur Riding Club. So this was very close to my school, Kendriya Vidyalaya. I started riding as a NCC group. And slowly I moved towards race course, and I was in love with the horses. I was not knowing much about racing. I started my career as an apprentice jockey, but I couldn't do well as a jockey. But I was a good judgment rider, where my boss Signy Moses used to always appreciate me, that you are the best, giving best feedback that how this horse is feeling today.
Was he disappointed about the fact that other riders were preferred to ride the horses he worked to help prepare?
No, I was never disappointed with any of these matters, because the horse was trained by my trainer and worked by me, and I used to tell this horse will win this race, and he used to decide which jockey has to be ridden, and he used to always tell me, I am putting Malesh Naradu, I am putting Shrinath, I am putting foreign riders. So I always used to, yes, this ride will be the best for Malesh Naradu or Srinath or for the foreign riders, because every jockey has got his all technique and class and quality.
Sharat, who is known to work wonders with his horses, has brought some amazing transformations in his horses. This has made him hit a new high point in his career.
I worked for till 2007 in Mysore and I did quite well. And the horse called Lionheart, which I bought it from RWITC, which was not expected much from that horse, and they never thought that this horse can do better than A class anywhere. So I bought that horse for very low rate. Slowly, first horse which came to my yard was Rajin Adored. So I thought this is the best pedigree, which if I work out on this horse can change my future. And it was very great of that horse, which showed me every run very good improvement. From Mysore he won 5 races, came to Bangalore to run in a grade 3 race, which was called as Mysore Race Club Trophy.
His mantra to success is simple and straightforward.
It's all the mantra of the fitness, swimming, feeding, how the horses eat and enjoy their work. They're not worked more or excess of racing.
Was not having won many high-profile races worrying him?
Till now my thinking was only to win more and more races. The title of the race is not very much important for me. It was only important where I run my horse, the horse should win. Whether it is B, A, 4 and class 1. And most of my horses from B, they have touched 1. Most of my rejected horses from other yard came to me, they have also touched 1, class 1. So touching a class 1 is also a great feeling. I have got the championship in Bangalore Turf Club, which is one of the greatest race courses in India. I'll upgrade myself, and some of few big owners have come to me and they have promised me to bring some good blue-birded pedigrees in my yard. Once they come to my yard, I will promise my owners that I'll prove them to win a classic race.
He earned the nickname Lionheart after his horse by that name produced a wonderful streak of victories, giving a forceful impetus to his career and brought him to Bangalore to face tougher players.
I started with 2 horses in Bangalore, and the first horse itself was Lionheart only, which started winning, and it won nearly about 11 races for me, and he did well. After that, this horse Atlantis, it was in my yard as a 2-year-old, and then he left me and went to other stable and ran 5-6 seconds. Again he came back to me and won. Now he has won almost 9 races for me. And the horse with Smooth Glider, which was also in B class. I bought this horse. Today he is rated 86. He has gone to class 1 today. He has done very well for me. He has won 6 races. And the last season, Smile All the Way, which was in B class, took horse of the season, 5-year-old winning 5 races in a row in one season. I feel I can further do very well in future.
He believes that his victory also lies in the personal satisfaction he receives in transforming careers of mediocre and older horses.
I have all mediocre horses. They have been looked after very well, and I don't work the horses too much. I run them more, so they get more experience in a race.
What does he consider as the turning point in his career?
Owner from Sri Lanka, Mr. Gamni Jairatne, he called me to Sri Lanka and he told me I have some few horses, few good horses. I have bought it from RWTC, but still they are not able to perform. Commentator Harish, he was the man who gave me a start and took me to Sri Lanka. He took me for 3 months over there and he gave me few good horses, and I had to ride that one horse in a race, and I won the Governor's Cup. After retiring, I only trained it, I only won that race. So from there my career started. Then I thought that I have not done well as a jockey, I think I can do better as a trainer.
As an interesting anecdote, he shares with us the story of Ice Mint.
I like to tell you the story of one very funny. It's called, name of the horse is Ice Mint, which was belonging to Mr. MR, Mr. Mutappa Rai, and he gifted to my small owner Ajit Prasad. And he told me, you take this horse as a gift to your yard, because it's a very costly buy for me. And every trainer said this is a no good horse. It was trained by Michael Ishwar, Prithviraj, and I took over that horse as a gift, and it was very well bred, Placerville. So that was also a first good horse that good breed came to my yard. So I told him, no sir, he said if you win one race, you will be a good trainer in Mysore. But at the same time the horse started showing good improvement in my yard. I said not one race sir, he'll win 3 races. He said if you win 3 races, you will be best in India, not in Mysore. So I took over that horse and started working on. He won 1 race, he won 2nd race, he won 3rd race, he took horse of the season in Mysore. And I had a call from Poonawalla stud farm. And they said, you are running this horse in 1200, 1400. He is a stayer. I said, sir, he is running next week Golas Poonawalla Cup, which is going to run next week. That is 2000 meter and he will win. In advance I told him 1 week before. And horse won in a row 5 races and gone to class 1.
The championship has come into the bag. What next for Sharat?
I'm at a stage where I'm very happy because recently I won the championship. And I'm very proud of my staff, work, horses, those who have done very well. Just waiting for the next, some good quality of horses coming to my yard. And I promise you I can do very well with quality of horses in the classics.
Trainer Sharat Kumar, and well, that was his story. Take a break on that note. When we come back, we go over to Pune, Mysore and Hyderabad and get you all the horse racing action from the Indian turfs. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're still with me, Chaiti Narula, on the Fly Kingfisher winning post. Now let's go over straight to the Royal Western India Turf Club in Pune, where all the racing action in India is taking place. First up, we've got the AGP Million. Now, top-notch horse racing, blending with high-class entertainment and glitz and glamour, is what the AGP Million associates itself with, be it in Bombay or in Pune. Let's get a roundup of what happened last weekend in Pune at the AGP Million. Last Sunday in Pune at the Royal Western India Turf Club was the AGP Million. This was a day of top-notch horse racing, blending with class, entertainment and glitz and glamour at the Pune racecourse. The racecourse buzzed with activity. AGP, as always, leaves no stone unturned when it comes to glitz and glamour-studded race days. Mob dancers, song and dance and joyous celebrations gave the traditional racecourse a festive look. 8 3-year-olds went to post for the AGP Colts and Fillies Million.
And as they straighten up for home, Catharsis comes to home first, a length in front of Bryn Hill in second position. Colors flying, Bizarro making a very good run on the outside. Then comes Home Factor on the inside race. On the outside there's Attribute, but with about 200 meters more to run, and Bizarro accelerates well, quickens well, about 2.5-3 lengths in front of Catharsis and going away. 50 meters more to run here, and Bizarro winning the AGP Colts and Fillies Million in fantastic fashion. 3.5, 4, 5 lengths clear of Catharsis, finishing up second. Then there's Attribute as the race past the finish.
Bizarro is yet another son of Nuvair who's just done so well. There was a very strong pulse on him going into the race. He had obviously been working very well, came out of a few setbacks after his win in Bombay, and he's looking like a horse who could just turn out to be a semi-classic horse. He's proved that he's got the form. He's beaten some good horses in Bombay, and of course he's come and won a million here in Pune. So he's got what it takes to be good. He's won this well, and he's likely to go on to bigger and better things. I think we'll see him next in the SA Poonawalla. I'd be surprised if he doesn't run there.
Bizarro was the superstar of the day. He won the AGP Million with a powerful gallop that sent the open-looking field packing. Favourites Catharsis decided to get straight down to business and led the field. Bryn Hill matched strides with Catharsis. Following the two horses were Home Factor and Colours Flying. Catharsis led them all the way into the straight, and Bizarro slipped in through the rails, improving position all along the turn. In the straight, Bizarro barged forward and took off with rocketing speed. Catharis and company were outright overwhelmed. Bizarro, once he took charge, went flying out in front at a cracking pace that no one could match. In split seconds, he was acres ahead and shut the opposition out, finding himself all alone in the final furlong to score a dominating victory, literally outclassing the opposition.
Preparation was absolutely spot on. His mock race was excellent. But I just wanted to wait a little longer because I had this race in mind and I prepared him for this race. Let's see how he comes out of this race, and then we'll probably plan a mile race for him and see how he gets a mile now. He shows potentials that he definitely settles very well. He switches off, he doesn't ask for his head, which is a very good sign, you know. So I can sit where I want, especially over a bit of a trip. I can really sort of switch him off and sit, which will help him a lot.
It's more like starting a relationship with the RWTC Pune. It's a beginning, so being not Bombay, you have to go gently with Pune, and our basic objective is to build the horse racing as a sport and bring in more corporates, bring in more new audiences to the racecourse. That's, I think, a vision that Mr. Jain shares with me in common. And as we call it, IP creation, intellectual property building at the racecourse. There is a lot of scope, but we need to address large audiences. So the start, with humble beginnings as we call it, and we'll slowly scale up, but it's a 3 to 5 year plan before you really bring some critical mass to the racecourse. We wanted to concentrate more on building it more like a corporate race day. So we want people to come in here more for the feeling, the ambiance, the experience. So creating that experience is what we are trying to endeavor. And then slowly, in years to come, we'll get more traction.
Bizarro running past the wire right there at the AGP Million there in Pune. Now on this weekend's Kingfisher Trailblazers, we get you all the horse racing action from Hyderabad and from Mysore. Mahendra Mallya now with all the racing action from these two centres. The Colts Championship in Hyderabad saw a gripping battle between Bangalore Derby winner Borsellino and local star Machiavellianism.
And as they enter the home stretch for the Deccan Bookmakers Colt Championship 2012, Borsellino is clear by about 3.5-4 lengths in front of Machiavellianism in the red cap, getting a little bit closer. Then there is Maths Baby with about 300 meters more to run. Borsellino has come under the stick but still enjoys the lead of about 2.5 lengths in front of Machiavellianism, getting a little bit closer. Maths Baby is on the inside rails, going for the line now. It's Borsellino now being strongly challenged on the outside by Machiavellianism. They are fighting stride for stride. Borsellino still a nose ahead. Borsellino from Machiavellianism. Machiavellianism on the outside, slightly better. It's Machiavellianism indeed who wins by about a short head in front of Borsellino.
Over in Mysore, old-timer Atlantis showed great resolve and returned to old form with a cracking come-from-behind run to snatch the race from favourite Optimus Prime.
Dadagnan coming up with a good run in the middle. On the outside there is Optimus Prime also being prominent. A length and a half, two further back there's Maddox. Then come Atlantis also putting up a run on the outside. 250 meters more to run. Optimus Prime is about a length and a quarter in front of Atlantis coming up fast on the outside. Dadagnan is on the inside race going for the line now. Optimus Prime is now being strongly challenged on the outside by Atlantis. And these two are pulled away from the Dadagnan. It's Atlantis on the outside finishing on well. Atlantis wins this one from Optimus Prime finishing up second. Then comes one lap to leave from a long way back to finish a notable third. Dadanan is fourth as they race past the finish.
Well, that's all that we have for you on this weekend's episode of the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. I will see you next weekend again with all the equestrian activity and the key highlights from the racing world from all over the world as usual. Until then, may the horse be with you.